Too experienced.
Let's head up the highway to Rock Vegas, where the semifinals, 6 o'clock game tomorrow night, Friday night, the 31st of August. My birthday, I might add too.
Woohoo!
Tomorrow. Yeah. We don't talk about those anymore. First game will be Mackay Ipswich, and I reckon this is going to be a heck of a game. I really do. I know, speaking to Shane Heel, when he came back from that road trip, he thinks he can beat them. You know, he thinks he can beat both of those guys, and this is a neutral court. You know, I tend to agree with it. I think he can. I'm predicting he won't, but I'm thinking he can. He's going to have Gleason, and you know he has shown me, because I said, Hammer, Ben Allen, you got to introduce him to the key. Get Ryan Stolberg to show him. You can still back to the first show of the season. Yeah. Show him the keyway. Well, he knows where the keyway is. Well done, Hammer. Well done, Ben Allen. You're actually going inside, because in this league you'll dominate. And if he does that, you know, I mean, yes, they have Wookie, and yes, they have Harvey, and yes, they have Vanderjagt. You know, they do. But Ben Allen needs to play, you know, and Ben Allen will be quite aware of Vandy's game, because they trained against each other and they played together last year. But, you know, he's the key. And how does Gleason go up against Braden Hobbs and
Cedar Ferretti matchup?
Cedar Ferretti. You know, it is a good matchup, but I just, you know, I think they're the defending champs for a reason, and I think it's going to be, for the third year in a row, a repeat of the last 3 years grand final. I'm picking Mackay to beat him in a close game. Wouldn't surprise me if Ipswich got up, and they are the only ones in the South who have a hope in hell of beating anybody in the North. But I'm picking Mackay.
I'll tend to agree with you. Not that I disagree with how Shane Hill has done his things, but I just think they're the defending champions. They've got a pretty good height advantage, and their guards are pretty good. I just think that Mackay can. It'll be a close one, but I just think Mackay has that slight edge, and Gleason and Jeffries have been injured, so.
And they're training, and all his guys are training in NBL teams, so. You know, I just picked Mackay. I mean, I picked Mackay by 5.
I would go around 7 to 10, but yeah, I would go Mackay too.
Game 2, Rockhampton Rockets at home in a packed Hegvold. 8 o'clock. The bar will be just churning out the piss, and they're hosting the Gold Coast. Gold Coast, hottest team in the league right now, so it'll be a decent matchup till about halftime, I reckon.
I don't know. I like Gold Coast Rollers. They're pretty deep. They've finally figured out what matchups they're gonna, rotations are they gonna have, and I think it's gonna be a lot more closer than halftime. I think it's gonna go down to the fourth quarter. I know it's really intimidating to play at Rockhampton with the crowds and all that stuff, but
from what you've heard.
From what I've heard, but hey, Cairns beat them this year.
They did. That's a true statement.
So
are you picking Goldie?
No, I'm not picking Goldie. I still pick Rockhampton, but I just disagree with you.
I picked Rocky by 14. That's mine.
I'll go 8.
8. Rocky. So we agree. Rocky, Mackay. For the 3rd consecutive year, then we're calling a Rocky Mackay Grand Final.
Yeah.
And the last 2 years, it's went with the host. This year's the host again. I think it's going to be one hell of a crazy game. And
even though Rockhampton's beaten Mackay twice, it's I wouldn't want to be a betting man in that game.
And it almost makes me want to tip Mackay.
Yeah.
But you know, I sat here or wherever we sat in the first season and picked Gladstone and Rocky to win the competition.
I still have to go. I went with Mackay in the first. I've got to go with Mackay.
And you know, it wouldn't surprise me to see Mackay win, because you know how hard it is to beat a team 3 times.
Yeah.
You know, but it is in Rockhampton. The girls lost last week at home to Mackay. So will we see deja vu or will we see Rockhampton win? It doesn't really matter as far as the cash goes, because Rocky's going to pick up a $50,000 minimum windfall from having that final up there. And
another couple of good imports for next year.
Yeah, exactly. A couple more players. But I think Rocky will win. I think it'll be close. I think it'll be a good game. I'm picking Rocky by 3.
Well, if you look, I've got to go Mackay with a couple. The reason I say that because the bigs are. I just like the matchups.
I noticed this, the referees that are doing the men's are much higher standard than the ones doing the women. So the referees will not be an issue.
Yeah.
You know, they've got, you know, Ron Bremer, who I reckon is probably the best referee in Queensland right now. Yes, I said a nice thing about a referee. They do have Jason Haig, but you know, you gotta always have something thrown in there. My mate Jason, we're fellow Spartans. Tell it when he refs us. He always looks after me.
Yeah,
We've also
right.
got Phil Ahrens. Yeah. So the Gladstone people make the trip up just to say good day to Phil. I'd say, you know.
I don't know. I think with these games, refereeing should not be a factor.
No, well, they're the best refs they've got. Some weren't available, but you know, the women's ref, I worry about that. Saw that, and I just went, "Wow, are you kidding me?" I just don't get it, you know.
But
it's
when it's your final, that's your showcase game. The best teams have to be playing. And I think with both men's and women's, it's going to be a really great finals.
I agree.
Yeah.
And that's how I see it. I see a Mackay Rocky final for the third year in a row, and I see Gladstone playing Mackay in the women's, and Gladstone and Rocky winning.
Yeah. I've gone with Gladstone and Mackay.
All right, we'll have a wrap up next week.
Yeah.
See ya.